Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out something known as Teleglitch. This is the Die More edition for Steam, developed by Test 3 Projects. This is a top-down sci-fi shooter action game, I think is probably the best way to categorize it, and it does follow a lot of the roguelike conventions. So we're dealing with a game with procedurally generated environments, a good degree of variety from one play to the next, and a whole bunch of stuff to see and do in it. Apparently this game has 10 plus hours of playtime, and of course follows a difficulty curve as things get harder. I am reading off the Steam page here, but there are over 20 types of enemies to combat, more than 40 types of weapons and items, 10 levels that radically change their structure every time you play, a database full of dossiers of each monster, and you can scavenge and build equipment. Essentially, I'm getting the feeling that there's a little bit of like a Doom or Quake feeling to this one, because I think we are dealing with a situation where like teleporters have gone awry, and thusly we are dealing with a horrible Dead Space-like monster invasion or something to that effect. But, you know, this is my first time through, so I'm not exactly sure. We're going to figure that out in just a moment here. And there is permadeath also, so that is kind of a big factor. So we've got 10 plus hours to play through as one character. Sounds like a pretty serious endeavor, if you ask me. So we're going to go to new game. Well, actually, we're going to go to options first. There's not a whole lot of options. Simple stuff, controls, view rotate, view zoom, full screen. I think if you have a little bit of an issue with motion sickness, you may want to turn off the view, the rotate and zooming. That may be an issue. And essentially, if you want to get a quick idea of what the feeling in the aesthetic might be like, it's sort of like a retro-looking version of something like Loaded, if you've ever played that on the PS1. So, you know, a top-down game with, you know, shooting elements and such. But the gameplay itself feels a little bit more like Dead Space. Again, I've only played this about like 4 or 5 minutes trying to get the sound set up and stuff, so I'm totally new still to this. We are going to do the tutorial for the first time here. I've never tried this part so far. I just did level 1 a couple times just to get level sounding right. So welcome to Militech Corporation Training Course for Non-Human Combatants. Combat Room A15 activated. This is Facility AI speaking. Initiate learning protocols. Press space to continue. Okay. So we're using WASD to move. Most doors open automatically when you go near terminals. Marked with the brackets contain useful information. Press space to use. Alright, those are actually separate bullet points, not the same. Alright, so here we are. Here's our character. And let's see what we can get out of this. Most doors open automatically when you go near locked doors. Have a red light near them. Okay. That door is not locked. It has a green light. So these are people? Are these all dudes? Alright, cool. Let's leave then. I guess I was the one guy that decided to leave his lineup. So we've got a couple computer terminals here. I presume one of them will unlock that door. Press space to pick up items and open containers. Use mouse wheel to change selected item. Left click to take from a container. Press Q to drop items. The font is like, it's so low res, it's a little hard to make out a little bit. Oh, okay, I didn't realize I could take that. Yeah, let's take all the stuff. I'd like all of that, please. Thank you. Alright, so now we can scroll. And then we've got a situation where right-click is to arm our weapon, and left-click is to fire that weapon. However, when you're not holding right-click, you just punch, so that's your melee. And use mouse wheel to change selected item in your inventory. Hold E, and use mouse wheel to move selected item up and down. Organize your inventory. Okay, so we can actually prioritize things. And I guess this is a, machine gun. It's a pretty cool effect, actually, when you fire a shot. Everything gets this sort of like the tilt shift. No, that's not the right word. We discovered this last time. Chrome something or other. Where the colors all shift out of their channels for a second, and it kind of looks pretty neat to me anyway. Hold right mouse button to draw a weapon and aim. Left click to, aim to shoot, R to reload. Okay. Fairly standard stuff, actually. Let's reload. There's a little countdown. We can take some shells, and machine gun bullets. Oh, and this is, okay, we're going to do a little bit of target shooting, I suppose. Harder to hit things than you'd expect, actually. The bullets seem to shoot all over the place. There we go. Wow, I can't believe that target didn't get hit there. Maybe I should use the shotgun. Oh, okay, they actually do have a spread and a reach on them, so actually that could be why I wasn't hitting anything. That didn't hit that. Okay, we've got to shoot 25 of these suckers. Seems a little superfluous to me. Okay, my combat efficiency is indeed inaccurate, or inadequate. But, do I still need to play it? Oh, I'm locked in here until I do this appropriately, apparently. Oh, well, I can't shoot if I'm doing that. Maybe I'm supposed to switch weapons then. Wow, okay, thanks, shotgun. You're just basically screwing me there. Skip shooting the dudes that I need to shoot. So from my experience here so far, a lot of tension goes into this game. We're actually just going to go right into level 1, because I think I actually know enough here to start us off. We were working on a master teleporter that could transport you anywhere to unlimited distances, but something went wrong. Something came through from the other side. First, we thought it was a minor glitch, but it quickly turned into a nightmare. The facility AI became aggressive, and the military robots turned on us. The space of the complex started warping. Rooms and hallways would randomly reorganize themselves. Oh, okay, so they actually put a premise in there to explain the roguelike-ness of it. As if following some twisted pattern, I decided to seal myself in here and wait for help. I've been hiding out here for weeks, but nobody came, and I'm running out of food. My only chance is to use the regular teleporters out of the facility to get to the master teleporter and then teleport myself back to Earth. I don't know, sounds like a pretty bad day. I mean, if you're just going to end up using a bunch of teleporters, they could probably follow you if they got here, right? So we do have the line of sight dealio going on, where every time we walk around one of these corners, we can see our lines indicating our viewing range. What also is in our inventory right now? We have a highly explosive material. Okay, so we've got some sort of like a plastic explosive or hand grenade type thing, and an empty can, which is probably not going to be super useful to us. We can push around some objects, so there are some, limited physics interactions that we can do here. Probably not going to be too helpful. Maybe I could use it to make an impromptu barricade at times. So we're going to keep our eyes peeled. There will probably be some monsters at some point, and we're going to try and dispatch them as efficiently as we can. Of course, some proficiency will come after playing this numerous times, because right now I have basically no experience. So this is one of those examples of a glitched out exterior environment, I suppose. And we've got a terminal here. Yep, planet Medusa, 1C, natural conditions. Planet surface features extremely high temperatures, deadly radiation, poisonous atmosphere. This means all personnel should stay inside the research facility. Entering the facility without adequate protective equipment is instantly fatal. Okay, that's real bad news for me. Really am not a fan of being instantly fatalized. Alright, what does this say? Nails. Nails? Note to Chief Supply Officer. Have the supply ship bring in double load of internal construction supplies, including 400 boxes of standard nails. Apparently, the demand for nails has gone up drastically during the past weeks. I think that's a playful jab at the fact that you can craft weapons in this game, and we've got our first horrible monster attacking us, who is apparently very, very strong. Oh, what are you? I think that was some dude, and he was, like, real angry at me. I don't know what that first thing was, but it took a lot of shots. Very useful to note, of course, we do have this line that we can use as a reticle to line up. Oh, crush the dude in the door. And that will help us with taking... Oh, geez. This is a little scary. Taking shots only when we need, hopefully, and trying to maximize the amount of life we've got, because, wow, okay, I seem to be quite outnumbered in this situation. And it seemed like... Oh, I got some canned meat. What is that clicking? Oh, geez, another one. It seemed like I could sort of maim or injure one of these enemies when they get in the right positioning. So I do maybe want to try and take shots that are going to be particularly effective in certain spots. I don't know, maybe it depends on the types of enemies. There's supposedly a huge variety of enemies, so I'm probably going to have to figure out how to combat them individually. This is what I meant before about slight motion sickness being possible. The twisting and the turning of the camera can probably get on people's bad sides depending on their ability to cope with that sort of thing. I'm already down to 74 health, so I guess, I don't know, things could have gone better there. Just carefully kind of peeking around corners. There's a whole bunch of levels to this game, and I could easily see how having just one life to live is going to make this a very intense experience. I should really melee this dude, because I'm just wasting ammo now. And what's going on with you? Secret walls facility area contains some rooms that are quickly walled off with temporary materials, resulting in damaged-looking walls that can be destroyed with ranged weapons. These sealed rooms can sometimes contain useful equipment, including weapons. Alright, so I want to try and find some weapons, of course. I'm going to need every chance that I can get to get out of the situation alive. I'm sure some scavenging is in order. Especially when the frequency of enemies is this high. Wow, I'm really surprised that it's this hard on the first level. But, you know, it is called the Die More edition, so, I don't know, maybe they pumped the difficulty up. Quite possible. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm actually a fan of fairly difficult games. Oh, geez, this is real bad. I can't even run away from these dudes. I'm just gonna try and, like, get them all lined up and knife or punch them to death or whatever it is that I can do here. There are far more enemies than I can properly deal with. As long as I can kite them, though, I think I have a fair chance. Alright, so I've got 48 health. Let's see if I can eat this canned meat. It tastes like cardboard and stays edible for 200 years. Man, meat that tastes like cardboard is not a thing that I want to experience. I got several empty cans and not a whole lot of ammo, but I will reload it. I'm sure I'm going to burn through that real fast. So resource management is quite a serious thing to worry about. I'm just going to not go near that. Oh, what is this? I can take whatever these are, and we'll figure out in a moment. Oh, was that another... Yeah, another explosive. I probably should have used an explosive there. Shoots adhesive grenades useful against swarms. Alright, so I guess swarms are a planned part of this gameplay convention progression mechanic. Not that there's anything wrong with swarms, I just feel woefully unprepared. But again, first run, so cut me some slack. I'll get better. What's going on down here? We've got another little cache of stuff. Oh, looks like we found some ammo. That's real good for me. We've got a nail box. And I do really want to use that. So maybe, what was it again? E? Yeah, there we go. Slide that up. I would kind of like just a little bit of a... Oh, I should use the grenades here, right? Oh, it, like, sticks them together, too. That's wild. I would like just a little indicator, like a very quick little, you know, 8-pixel illustration of what it is that some of these items are, so I can maybe tell at a glance. But I suppose they're also color-coded, so I can't really be too upset there. I'm just saying, for instant readability, that could be a useful thing. By the way, if you hit tab, there is a lovely map here that we can explore and look around in. Oh, and it even labels stuff for us. There are probably a few passages that I've neglected to go down. Although, actually, it looks like from the map I've taken a fairly direct route from the beginning to where we are now. Looks like there's a passage over here in the organics garden. I don't know, maybe I'll backtrack, maybe I won't. We'll see. But I do definitely enjoy the exploration mechanic, the sense of tension. There doesn't really seem to be any music or, you know, audio accompaniment other than just the sound of what's going on in your immediate vicinity. So that definitely does aid in giving you a sense of isolation. Sometimes maybe a few little hits of sound might be nice, but, you know, it depends. Maybe there are such things. I just haven't gotten that far yet. Teleglitch space-time anomaly initial analysis summary. These blobs of black and colorful anomalies seem to be the only result of today's experiment with unlimited range teleportation. We have been investigating this phenomenon for the past 2 hours and think it might have profound implications for theoretical physics. The blackness seems to be literally an inside-out space-time curvature and opens a range of possibilities for research. My colleague has already suggested we could weaponize it by capturing the field into super intense wave and pressure containers to be used for planetary bombardment. Oh, and if you touch it, your brain explodes. Fair enough. I would not be surprised by that news at all. Alright, so this level seems to have some serious length to it, which I'm not sure if that's good or bad. I was expecting, I don't know, maybe to be able to run through the first level fairly quickly, but it seems like they're pacing it out a little bit. Okay, well, you can read that if you want to hit pause, I guess, if I even let it show on the screen long enough. Let's see what's down here. Another little airlock situation, and more enemies! What do you know? Alright, let's shoot grenades at them. See if maybe we can gather them all together. Not the most helpful thing in the world. I do like the way the enemies seem to fracture apart and stuff when you shoot these various weapons at them, especially, you know, the grenades more so, due to the explosive nature. I really do want to see some of the more exotic weapons going forward. I think that'll be quite interesting. I did see in a preview video something like a Tesla gun shooting electrical waves. And I'm sure there's the usual standbys. You know, obviously we saw a machine gun and a shotgun in the tutorial level. There are probably some other types of explosive weapons. I'd imagine a rocket launcher would not be out of the question. I'm hoping for maybe a railgun, because, you know, if you've watched me play stuff, I love railguns. Basically my favorite thing ever. What is this that I just picked up? Oh, it's just another explosive. I keep forgetting to use that. That seems to be my problem in all games, isn't it? I always get these different varieties of thingies, and then I just forget that I have them. Oh, what is this? We've got a tube. Guys, we got a tube. What do I do with that? I think it can make a can gun, right? I don't know how to do that, though. I don't know what the crafting mechanism is like in this game. Maybe a good reason why I should have stuck with the tutorial, eh? So, you know, learn from my mistake. Stick with the tutorial and shoot those targets. I'm sure you can do it. I have confidence in you. And I think this might be the end of the world here as we know it. Right, teleport to Plankton Farm, Abandoned Sector. Left, teleport to Military Biology Sector. Okay, so I actually have a choice. That's interesting. Military Biology Sector sounds like a horrible place to be. I'd rather be where it's abandoned. And that was quite dramatic. The situation is much worse than I expected. It seems that the non-human combatants have been let loose all over the facility, and they are programmed to attack on site. The facility life support seems to be working, but only at emergency capacity. Almost all weapon lockers and food reserves have been emptied, probably by the zombies. Oh, they're zombies, okay. The military biology sector will be a tough one, for it is the center of the military purpose life forms. Life cloned, mutated, and breeded, I think it's bred, for a single nasty purpose. I bet they're all hungry. That's terrific news for me. So let's continue. Remember, 1 life to live here, and I have 20 health, starting a much harder sector with basically nothing particularly overpowered to show for it. So I'm probably just going to get mobbed by the first swarm I come across. Indigenous life forms. We have named the local life forms Amoeba number 1 and Amoeba number 2. They seem to have almost identical genetic codes except for 2 key differences. Number 1 is white and operates during the day. Number 2 is black and nocturnal. It seems the 2 primitive life forms have been locked into evolutionary battle for thousands of years without any real shifts of power. Wow. They should, like, mutate and get better or something. Sounds like some sort of weird plot from Metroid Prime 2. The teleportation technology is number 2. Short-range teleportation was invented with the help of brilliant particle physicist and brain surgeon Dr. Edwin Schmerzhoff. Blackhead? No, it's Kopf. Never mind. Schmerz is... Yeah, that's... Wait, what is Schmerz? I know that word. Hang on. I don't know that word. Never mind. Dr. Schmerzhoff has finally solved the problem by copying the structure of human brain cells and using it as calculation hardware blueprints for the device. Wow. Things are looking pretty dark here in this military facility, which is basically par for course. If you've ever been in a military facility, they kind of all go this way. We should just stop having military facilities. What do you think? Down to 18 health. I am now blinking red. And I have basically no chance of survival here unless I run into some sort of brilliant farm full of canned meat. I don't know. I don't think they should farm canned meat. Okay, well, here we go. Let's do another encounter. And I'm out of ammo, I believe. Oh, no, I just had to reload. Oh, there's more. A very big skill that you need to seem to learn in this game is that you need to be able to backpedal and line them all up into a straight line so you can accurately target them. I think it's a very good thing to master right from the beginning if possible. Can I do anything with these? No. Wait, isn't Schmerzkopf, isn't that a headache? I'm trying to remember. It's been so long. I took German in high school, and it's been quite a few years. It's been like 10 years since I graduated from high school. Unbelievable. Time certainly flies when you've got indie games. Wouldn't you know it? Alright, so moving forward, we've got, I don't know, another passage over on the right here. Does that mean it's locked? It said red was locked, right? Oh no, that's not locked. Alright, we're going to need grenades here, obviously. Several, in fact. I'm just going to load them up with grenades. It seems like I've got extra to spare. Yeah, you guys just have a freaking ball with grenades. That's all I want to see. Enjoy yourselves. Alright, we are now out of ammo. This could be the end. Just keep backpedaling. Punch it! Oh, I tried to punch it. Didn't work. One more run? Oh, okay. I thought it was offering to, like, resurrect me or something. Alright, so there are our stats. Accuracy 73.8. I guess better than nothing. Secrets found 0. Items combined 0. Monsters and void 0. All things that I would like to obviously fine-tune and work on more as I play more Teleglitch. Kills zombie 4. Mutants 52 and big mutants 2. Certainly a very populated area full of mutants. So that was one run of Teleglitch. Impressions, very, very favorable. I definitely enjoy this game. You guys had requested that I play this quite a few times, and now I see why. It's definitely up my alley for certain. I mean, the rogue elements, the roguelike elements, I should say, the simple graphical aesthetic, the very deep, complex resource management combined with the desolate atmosphere, and it seems like a fairly lengthy experience. It seems like it's all around positives. A few things I might want to see addressed, if anything, just maybe a little bit more in the terms of like musical background noises and stuff. I mean, honestly, that's just a design decision, so that's just me. I don't think that's really a negative. Maybe just a few little fine tunings with the UI. I mean, the font is definitely characteristic of the graphical aesthetic, so I can't really complain about it, but at the same time, it does obfuscate readability at certain moments and points, as I said. There were points when I was like, I don't know if that's a Q or an and sign or what. But, you know, again, sort of a negligible negative. It's really sort of another personal preference issue. I would like it if the game was available in widescreen, but I also understand it's a constraint probably of the engine and the way that the rendering pipelines happen, all of that. Do you call it rendering when it's 2D? You may not. I'm not sure. Regardless, well, redrawing the screen, I guess. You know, a widescreen is definitely preferable just because I just find it kind of weird now. Like, we all have... Well, I don't think we all have, but many of us have widescreen monitors, so it just seems a little strange that we have to have, you know, staging bars on the side just to keep things, you know, copacetic. If anything, integrate the UI into the borders, if that's a possibility. Put the weapon select screen menu area on one side and, like, shift the whole thing over. I don't know. I'm sure there's an inventive way to do it. But I don't want to sit on this menu screen forever. I encourage you guys, go check out Teleglitch Die More Edition. It is available right now. Purchase link is going to be right in the description of this video, so if you want to give it a try for yourself, go check it out on Steam. There are plenty more runs ahead for me, I have a feeling, in this game, and I'm very happy that I got turned on to this one. Totally my style of game. So again, go check out the game, and feel free to stop by my website if you don't mind. There are over 450 other indie games for you to peruse over there, indie-impressions.com. All of my social media, as well as the link to that website, and many other things, including my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Twitch channel, are all going to be available in the description. Actually, my Twitch channel isn't in the description. I might have to change that. Yeah, anyway, I'll check that out in the future. But yeah, go check it out, and let me know what you think about Teleglitch. I'd be curious to hear your opinions on it as well. Seems like mostly everybody I've heard from has enjoyed it, so I'd like to hear what you think based on my video. I'm sure I probably did pretty poorly for those of you out there who have played plenty of it, but, you know, first time, first run, I'll get better. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys. Be sure to come back again tomorrow. New Indie Impressions video every single day without fail, so I will see you back here roughly same time, but definitely same place. Have a lovely night, and I will talk to you tomorrow.